Hey Daybreakers, Coach Michelle here. We are going over power snatch and squat snatch today. This video is going to move slow, giving lots of explanations of everything we're doing, really breaking down the movement. All you need is a broomstick, unless you happen to own a PVC. Here I just screwed off the broom and I'm using the handle. All right. If you have not done the mobility video that's gone along with these yet, always do that before this. It'll help you warm up for what we're about to do. All right, so bear with me. We're going to do 5 of everything. We have a lot of movements to go through. All right, so stick with me. Let's get moving. All right, guys, we're always going to start wide grip. So if I take a bow, that PVC is, or that broomstick is sitting right in my hips here. If I raise a knee, it's not moving. All right, so adjust your hands accordingly. And my feet are always going to start under my hips. It's going to give me that power to drive up, okay? As we start to move into our snatches, our feet will jump just to our squat stance. We don't want to go any wider than that, okay? We don't want to be way out here. So under the hips, just to about another inch or two out, wherever you are comfortable squatting, all right? So the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to show you 2 reps from the front and then 3 from the side, all right? We are going to dip drive. So make sure those feet are under your hips. They're going to stay here right now. All right. So I'm going to dip straight down. I want my weight to sit in my midfoot to heel. I should be able to wiggle my toes in this position. I'm about an inch down. My chest is nice and upright. All right. All I'm going to do is stand straight up, open my hips, lock out my knees, squeeze my butt, and extend. Okay. You might find your shoulders shrugging up. That's great. Keep that. That bar is really close. We're going to come and do it again. Dip and extend. All right. From the side, same thing. Dip and extend. Dip and extend. And one more time. Dip and extend. Okay. Notice everything is coming up, even with a slight lean back. I want to make sure I'm never coming forward like this. All right. I don't want to swing the bar. I want to drive it up and back. All right. It might feel like you might be falling back, okay? That's okay. That means you're doing it right. Okay, when we do have a barbell and we have weight on this bar, it will counterbalance that lean back, that slight angle that we're getting here. All right? We're going to add a high pull to exactly what we just did. So I'm going to dip, drive, pull high with those elbows, staying really close to me, and push it back down, dip, drive, pull high. Let's do it a little faster now. Dip, drive, high pull. Dip, drive, high pull. Make sure we're keeping that dip at 1 inch. Shallow and quick right now. We're just going to turn that bar over now. We want to make sure when we do, same movement, dip, drive, high pull, that it's not a turn under and press. I want to continue to bring those elbows up as I turn and punch. So it should be one fluid movement on the way up. All right? Legs are staying straight right now. And let's go. Dip, drive, high pull, turn and punch, muscle snatch. Right here, are you pressed through the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are, from those lats, upper back, elbows, everything's locked out. I don't want to be soft here. Okay, let's do it again. Dip, drive, pull, muscle snatch. I'm going to show you 3 from the side. And 3. Awesome. All right, guys. We're going to place that bar on our back. A little more warm up here. Feet aren't moving. Legs aren't moving. We're just going to press from the shoulders 5 times up. Push hard as we can. Lock it out. All right. Now we're going to start to move our legs and our arms at the same time. We are going to drop into a quarter squat. What's going to happen is I'm going to press up on this bar as I move under at the same time. Ideally, you should see this broom handle here stay exactly where it is. I want to move underneath it, okay? It might go up an inch or 2, but I really want to stay in this general area. It shouldn't be a press and then a squat. These are simultaneous movements, all right? My feet are also going to move at this point, so from, remember, under the hips to my squat stance like we talked about earlier. Okay, it's going to look like this. Ready, and up. Good. Where's your weight? Can you wiggle your toes? Good. Are you locked out? Shoulders engaged, active, pressing up. Stand up with that still overhead. Let's do it again. Reset those feet every time. Bars on our back. And drop. Good. And stand. We got 3 more to do. And drop. Good. 2 more. Drop. And last one. All right, guys. Now we're going to put everything together. Okay? So, working our way up from the hips, we're going to dip. Remember that 1 inch. Can I wiggle my toes here? My feet are under my hips. I'm going to extend. Always want to hit this position in any snatch we're doing before we start to pull. Remember that as we move on. My elbows start to break. As I'm pulling high, I'm going to jump my feet wide and get underneath into that quarter squat we just dropped into. Remember to stand with overhead, bringing my feet back under my hips. All right, let's get 4 more. Awesome, guys, and let's move from the side so you can see this angle. Remember that drop is still 1 inch. We're just exploding through those hips right now. All right, let's work our way down to the top of our knees, okay? All that's gonna change is that push down to our knees. So 1 inch dip, we're sitting in the hip crease. We push down to the top of the knee. We're going back in reverse direction. So drag it up your thighs, find your hips. We're gonna do exactly what we just did. Open, pull high, get under. Let's do it again. 1 inch down, top of the knee. Drag it up the leg, find your hips, jump, pull under. Awesome, let's get 3 more reps. All right, and last piece of our power snatch is taking it from the mid shin. Just like you were to have a big set of plates on your bar. All right, that's how low we want to get, as if we're going to the floor. Okay, 1 small addition, mid shin to knees. That's all we're adding to what we just did. So 1 inch down, top of the knee. Now I'm just gonna bend my knees, pushing this bar straight down until I find my mid shin. Still can wiggle my toes here at the bottom. My chest is up. I'm gonna find my knees again, reverse direction. So pull them back and raise my hips and chest. I'm in exactly that top of the knee position from the final movement, from the last movement. We drag it up our thighs, find our hips, and finish that movement. Awesome. Let's do it again. 1 inch down, top of the knee, mid shin. Reverse the order. Pull the knees back to find the top of the knee, drag it up the thighs, find your hips, and go. Awesome. Let's do 3 more reps. Side view, giving you a little different angle here. All right, guys, and we've completed our power snatch, right? From here, all we're gonna add is a squat to this. And with our squat, we wanna add speed, okay? How fast can we get to the bottom of our squat as we're pulling that bar overhead? All right, we're gonna warm up our squat by getting 5 overhead squats. So same wide grip, press it out overhead, upper back, shoulders, everything, feet in my squat stance. And let's get 5 overhead squats. Send those hips back and then straight down, getting them below our knees, stand, keeping tension up on that bar. And from the side, making sure this is staying over our center of gravity as we squat, pull back as you need to. All right, guys, just like we did for the snatch, we did those drops into quarter. For the power snatch, we did those drops into quarter squats. We're gonna do half and then full, all right? So on our backs, wide grip, feet under the hips, we're gonna move them to our squat stance as we drop as fast as we can under this bar. Ready? Half squat right now, you're looking at about parallel. And drop. Stand. Good. Bring it back to the back, feet are reset. drop, stand, good. And 3 more reps. So all I'm thinking about now is press up, tension, and getting under fast. All right, we're gonna do 5 more reps. We're dropping into a full squat, so get as low as you can each time. Moving your feet helps you pull yourself under faster. All right, there we go. 3 more reps. All right, guys, now that we have our power snatch, we have our movement on the way up, we have our drops, our overhead squats, speed under the bar. Now we're gonna put those 2 together to get our squat snatch. We're gonna do the same thing as before, work from our hips, our knees, and then our mid shin to complete this movement. All right, so wide grip, we're gonna start with our hips. Just like the power snatch, same motion, but we're dropping all the way into that full squat every time. So, 1-inch dip. I'm going to explode. Remember, hips open before my arms ever start to pull. From here, I want to drop faster, okay? In that power snatch, we were pulling up a little bit more before we had to get under because we were only dropping a quarter. Now we have to drop further down. So right when my hips open, my elbows start to bend, I should already be getting underneath that bar, lower and as fast as I can, okay? 1-inch dip, explode, start to pull high, get underneath. All right, remember not to rainbow this out and away from you. You kind of forget about the bar as we add more elements. Elbows bend, elbows lead the way. And let's get 3 from the side. Remember to move those feet. Awesome, guys. Okay, we're gonna add 1 little piece to that. That's from the top of the knee. All we're adding is that drag up the thighs. All right? We're waiting to get those shoulders behind the bar, hips open before we start to pull. All right? If I don't wait and I start to pull from here, everything is gonna take me forward. All right? So patience. 1 inch down, push to the top of the knee, reverse that on the way back up. Drag it up the thighs, find the mid hip, open, pull yourself under. All right, 1 inch dip, knees, drag it up, find your hips, explode, get underneath. Let's do 3 more reps. All right, guys, final piece is taking it from the floor, okay? We're adding just that pull from mid-shin to knees, all right? Take your time on the pull, all right? This is a setup movement. If I go too fast, it's gonna throw the rest of the movement off, okay? It's just a deadlift. Slow deadlift from mid-shin to knees. We'll add a little speed from knees to hips, and then full speed once we reach the hips. Think of all of this as a setup for a perfect movement, okay? So hips, push down to the knees. Now bend my knees, dropping down to mid-shin. Get that chest up, get those shoulder blades back. I can wiggle my toes here. Now I'm in a good position. My legs are on fire. I know I'm doing it right because they're holding everything up. All right, start to stand. Pull those knees back till you find the top of your knee. Drag that bar up your thighs, raising your chest to find your hips. Now is when I go full speed, open my hips, and get underneath. All right, let's go a little bit faster now. Okay, hips, knees, mid-shin. Reverse that direction. Knees, hips, go. All right, let's do 3 from the side. All right, guys, Nice work. That is our power and squat snatch. Keep practicing. All right, you got it. Nice work.